right, so for the last card, I wanted to make a, I wanted to use the reverse piece from this die cut as a stencil. And then what I did was I used my blending sponges, overlaid the stencil, and applied Mowed Lawn Distress ink and also Festive Berries Distress ink. And so that's how we got this really beautiful, this nice stenciling. On the front of the card, so this is, the front of the card is the green one, and the inside of the card is the white one, okay? But they have the same idea, same movement. Now, when I was layering this card, I was trying to find colors that matched. So ideally, I really wanted to use this color, but it was just so, on the red card base, it was so neon, it just didn't really fit with the theme that I was going for. So I was like, all right, well, what about this card? And so then I decided I was gonna layer it with this one. But what I found was that these two cardstocks are the same value, and so you don't really get a nice amount of contrast. And so it really just it just didn't really pop off of the page. So what I decided to do was I added in this. This is a lightweight shimmery green paper. And when you layer these two together, it picks up the color tones, the darker tones of the holly, but you get really nice contrast and it looks really beautiful, and you get that little added sheen bit off for the card. So that was kind of my process in terms of trying to figure out what colors would be best for this card, okay? So just so you know. All right. So first thing we're going to do on the back side of this green paper is we're going to flip that over, and you're going to put double-sided tape on two sides here. And then at the bottom here, this is where this glittery white ribbon is going to be. We're going to stick that on the back side. It's going to run along the bottom of the card and stick to the back. Okay, so you have this white glittery that's at the bottom of the card here. Whoops. Sometimes if I stick it down on my page, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to put double-sided tape now on all four sides. Oh, there goes the double-sided tape. Perfect timing. All right, and then we're going to mount this onto the glittery green. And then we're going to mount that onto the Kelly green. Again, at this point, we're just doing 1/16 of an inch borders, and that's just because we're doing a double mount. And then we're going to mount that onto our card base here. Okay. And then we have our little sentiment that says joy and cheer, and then we have the layering piece right behind it. And so we're going to go ahead and apply our deluxe adhesive, our glue here, to our sentiment and all of these tiny little intricate areas here. Okay, and then we're going to mount this onto our joy and cheer. I'm only using this for contrast, I'm not adhering it quite yet. I'm going to recommend that when you lay this down that you line it up from the left side first, and you can stick down your letters, and then after you do the left side and you stuck everything down, then move to the right side of the sentiment here. And then you might need to kind of move that R so that the R gets framed out nicely too. Okay, so that's what you should end up with. This is joy and cheer, and it's framed out beautifully. And then you're going to go ahead and put glue on the back side of that, and that's going to go right here on the right side of the card on the front. So what I like about this is that the white glittery ribbon here picks up the white framing of the joy and cheer. Now, if you happen to have a white gel pen and you want to do this part, it's kind of fun. And so we're going to add little shine marks onto the little berries. To do a shine mark, you just do a line and a little dot. And I always kind of think about like where the light might be hitting, like from the right angle, or you can just kind of do it kind of randomly. But most importantly is that you really don't want to put it on every single berry. I would recommend just doing it on a few of them, but that kind of picks up the white from over here and the white from down here. Okay. So, all right. So then on the inside of the card, we're just going to put our layering piece down there. We're writing our sentiment. And there we have it. All three cards. Done. All right, friends, that is today's, or well, rather this week's card class. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys learned something new. And thanks for always checking out to see what I'm making. Hope you guys have a fun day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.